All right, everybody. So last night, I'm pretty sure I got almost to the exact end of the game, and then it froze. And then I was gonna start, and I hit continue, and I guess it saved right before it froze. So now I am going to hit continue. I usually don't do. I usually don't start the stream here. I usually start it when I'm already in the game. But I want everybody to be able to see shit. So tweet's been posted. Let's continue. So yeah, the last stream I it just never loaded. It was like black screen files, so I figured it froze and I would have to but pretty sure when I started up it was after might even I'll probably do a new game plus right after this. I don't
My, what a smashing ensemble.
You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Rather not bicker about taste. Don't like to. It's neither interesting nor productive.
This particular Witcher has an inborn intolerance for formal occasions. Yet he's to attend just such an event shortly. I expect that's the source of his prickliness. So try not to take things personally, Master Taylor. Rather pity him. For in truth, stage fright overwhelms him. He trembles at the thought that he has no notion how to behave in the presence
Oh
of Her
fuck you,
Grace's
bro.
Majesty.
As well he should. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience.
Count on it. Ceremonies. Medal.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the...
Mean you suddenly believe the five virtues theory? After all we've...
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a fifth victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of...
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still... He was the one to pass the victims' names to Detlef. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters, what's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue-loosening, but ultimately, he admitted he'd handed Detlef the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply...
All in all, why not...
I am done. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling up.
Promise to be careful.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I...
Guess they could use a spit.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean souls. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Beggars.
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter mostly.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just...
We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
That Duchess of ours. Have you at least diddled her others?
Can I shoot your crossbow?
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? This is a You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard, Another defender of...
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of these guys.
Grey hair, puppy not let you call.
You are...
All right. I can take a hint.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the bootblack in Rue de Garl.
The bootblack? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold, and we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the bootblack. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all...
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it.
I
still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
That's a stiff piece of paper.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well, well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our duchessa. It seems we...
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim.
Indeed, the logical conclusion.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sin. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of...
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Actually,
Praiseworthy, I suppose.
seems a bit...
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole... I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Siana locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her... One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. Besides...
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Siana.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Detloff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
I lent you coin for wine.
Wanna go to the port? Maybe there's some new ships.
Guess that's champion.
Deal?
Halt!
Need to see Siana, urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning...
Ah, fine then.
Promise to be brief.
The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
You envy her. Her power, her beauty, the love of her people.
I see I misjudged you. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? No, she's no longer in.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin.
Then why do it at all? I probably will.
Know what? Don't feel like talking to you.
Finally, something we can agree on.
A bitch. Her little sister is not the one who fucking made her go away.
Commander de la Tour would like to see.
Let's go. Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Dettlaff and Sienna's fifth victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during... I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me.
Let's begin the ceremony.
Hopefully this is the end so they can start a new game plus.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible.
Yes, your enlightened highness, all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duty, for now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved... In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you
5,000
more than a
crowns,
dozen
nice.
barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Deadloff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I do not believe it. In a moment I shall speak to Sion. You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to...
If my presence will help in any manner.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
I'm not a prisoner. Free to do as I choose.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet, nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Dettlaff. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise.
Your Grace, as head of state, you should look first and foremost after your dominion. Sienna's actions, what drove them, be damned. She's a threat to your subjects.
You are correct. They are what matters. Sienna, you shall be tried and given a fitting punishment. Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you. Will you forgive me?
I feel like she's gonna stab her.
I shall never forgive you.
God damn.
Need some flowers. A wreath, or...
I've none. Sold everything. I was just on my way out. Should come as no shock, sir. Had the funeral. Folk took it all. Men, women, children. All wished to lay a bouquet on the duck. But she liked common roses best. I know. Her ladies-in-waiting would come here at times. I'd choose the loveliest blooms for her. Fragrant, big petals, the kind that last a long time. I've still not come to terms with it. To be killed by her own sister. How could it happen?
Anna Henrietta wanted to believe there was still hope for Sienna, that she'd show remorse. She reached a hand out to her. Too soon. Too trusting.
I know you. You're that witcher from the north. The one that saved us from the beast.
I guess that's me.
Could say that.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you were out of flowers.
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her myself.
How much do I owe you?
Not a copper. Keep your coin and raise a toast in her.
Do just that. Farewell.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
A witcher. Whatever.
Oh!
Show me. Farewell.
No, see you later. Come on, good folk, come.
Looking to fall ill.
Stuffed garlic.
See me?
Every nook and cranny.
To bury the murderous lass in one crypt with the Duchess. It's not...
Witcher. Couldn't. Anna Henrietta was...
Wondrous. Beautiful. Good. The best ruler one could hope to have. Yet I let her down.
Not the time to give in to weakness. You're the commander of her guard. Ought to set an example for others. Be dignified, standing guard over her grave. It's what Anna Henrietta would have wanted.
You are right, Geralt. There will be a time to grieve later. My duty to the ducal seat, that comes first now.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the Duchess farewell.
White roses. They were her favorite. Go inside.
What? Who decided that?
The Regent's Council. A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in Syanna's veins, and she was never legally disinherited.
And all this, what did it bring you? Rest in peace. I regret it ended this way, that I failed to prevent it.
Stylish crypt, quite subdued. Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hilt. A perfect match for the Duchess's dignity. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me. To feel despair in the face of natural processes to which you are predestined. I've come to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad whirl of the last few days.
All those deaths I failed to prevent. Feel pretty awful right about now. Can't help thinking I could have done more. Now Toussaint's left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair. Duchess won over people's hearts. All Beauclair now weeps for her.
A mass outburst of emotion. Well, it seems her subjects have adopted some of their recent ruler's traits.
Why the sarcasm? Thought you liked Anna Henrietta.
I did. And I do truly rue her passing.
Me too.
Then let us drink.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom because I feel like a racehorse. All right, I am back.
Always seemed to me you were a very complicated creature by nature. Not one to resort to such simple methods like drinking your worries away.
There exist worries for which they're quite simply, it's no other medicine.
Whatever you say about Siona, you gotta admit, she was unbending.
That she was. I do admit it. Though, in her case, it would have been better if she had been a tad more, philosophical, pausing from time to time to reflect on the propriety of her actions.
True.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavour profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed.
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I'm a vampire, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moonlight makes me... oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about... oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse? Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire, after all.
Regis!
Where'd you go?
You raised your hand against the vampire!
I did what I had to do!
That renegade! What makes the children?
Damn.
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink. Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left it...
Thanks.
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning?
No, just not the life for me. Sure, might stop by there occasionally, stay the winter, fill up on wine. But I'd rather keep moving. It's not a choice being a witcher. And once you are one, you're one for life. Besides, plenty of work left for me in the world. Ghouls aren't gonna kill themselves.
Rather droll, isn't it, that each time we meet, something harrowing must happen? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardian...
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend.
That we did.
Guess it's time to start a new game plus. I'll let the credits roll. And these are a lot of people made this fucking game. I guess it takes that many people to make the fucking one of the best games ever made, if not the best. Like, I really don't want to be hyped for fucking Cyberpunk, but this is the only game company, developer, or fucking, are they also or they distribute it too, don't they? They have GOG, so like, CD Projekt Red runs GOG, don't they? But yeah, I mean, if I can, I would like to get the fucking Cyberpunk, but I don't know. I may not enjoy that game as much.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Fuck, let's go home and then I'll...
Move it!
Vampires attacked the city. Is that true?
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing.
I wonder who it is. Vampire?
What's that smell?
Maybe it's Siri? It is Siri. Wow.
You look good. Come. Don't just stand there. I want a hug.
What did you bring?
A Garkin from Angren. I slew it. All by my lonesome.
You're fucking basically a god.
That why you left Carrera so suddenly? Had no idea where you'd gone. Your note was puzzling. Don't try to find me. Threw me for a loop.
That was silly. It's just that I felt stifled in your shadow. I'd have suffocated had I stayed. So when I read that notice, the contract...
I'm not your nanny.
The house is lovely.
Yeah, got plans for it, don't worry. Wanna go?
Ah, it's lovely here.
Oh god, I really hate the interactions.
What's stopping you?
Actually, not a thing. I slew a Garkin.
Indeed you do, mademoiselle.
You've a butler?
A steward. Name's Barnabas Basil. BB for short, though I don't know if he likes it. He's the one let you in. I'll ask him to bring in some fruit, a beverage. You can spend the rest of the day lying up.
Ah, nothing.
Angren, how'd it go?
That's why I had to lure this one to a place both spacious and empty, where it would have nowhere to hide. I found an abandoned crypt far from any town or village.
Good choice. Always best to avoid additional casualties. So your foe had nowhere to hide. But the bastard was still damn quick, I bet.
Not as quick as I am. My greater worry was its strength. I was far outclassed there. But a dose of black blood did the trick. We fought a while, I feigned a mistimed dodge and let it drink. The rest was easy.
Encountered the most charming aspect of being a Witcher yet?
Which aspect is that?
The hatred, disgust, that strange blend of admiration, fear, and contempt.
They set their hounds on me in one village. In another, they forbade me from taking a drink from their well. Other than that, it's been all right. No one's tried to cheat me out of my reward so far.
I'd hoped they'd treat a woman differently.
Geralt, when they treat a woman differently in this world, it hardly ever means better. Quite the opposite.
Being a Witcher anything like you imagined?
Geralt, I didn't have to imagine anything. Remember, before we parted, we walked a good stretch of the path together.
Journeyman and master, though, not the same thing.
I'm still a long way from mastering anything, but I am trying. Anyway, I did learn from the best.
Just passed on what worked for me. Or at least tried to.
I was thinking of Eskel and Lambert.
So, no regrets? Choice you made?
Not at all. I'm doing what I ever wanted to do. Being who I wanted to be. I believe that's one definition of happiness.
See you later, Ciri.
Take care of yourself.
Well, I have a Witcher 2 save, and I don't think it's connected to this one, so... And it wasn't... Fuck, I'm like way lower level, so off. I wonder if I keep all my shit. Probably not. Definitely not. Fucking slice that heads right off. Right in his fucking eyeball. Through his... in his eyeball, through his head. I love how it's like stopped at 32 frames per second on this. Like, oh, we're gonna do this cinematically. She sent that crab in there to just pinch his nuts.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
This is all still good.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Lilac and gooseberries, of course.
Geralt, stop fingering my toiletries.
I'll finger your butthole all I want.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
They don't have that sword that gets more fucking attack points every time you attack somebody. Charged.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wait. These
Damn. She's...
got it.
We...
Bins.
Killing my... I'll see.
You've got work to...
Maybe for a...
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions?
Well, yes, but...
I know. And you...
I'm...
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Alghouls in its entirety.
No, please! I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice.
Shall we run the walls?
Not this time. Believe me, you...
I guess they skipped the tutorial. You don't have to say yes or no.
And it...
I'm very...
Young blood...
By my... But you...
Don't try to Might have.
Fine. Stop. What do you think?
That skips...
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
You all... About...
Take...
Dawn?
Started...
Triss?
Yennefer.
Was... We...
I know we will. You've seen her.
Be surprised. She's always...
Don't know.
Calm.
And...
Those... I've tried... Didn't that...
No.
It was...
That's the... In the...
We...
Be done.
Wait.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she...
Stop. We must... What's this?
Stuffed.
Hmm?
Back on...
2, 3... Wait. Hear that?
I hear it.
Oh, I still have all my old shit. Nice. There's another mask. Fuck, weird. I don't have the mask. But I had the fucking gloves, but I don't have the mask. I don't have the mask.
Of course. When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No. Because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Hmm. Did he know they eat the living as well?
No. Really upset him, too. His theory collapsed.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
$6.16.
Take it easy.
Still got all my gold too. Nice.
Faster.
We going?
Help me! Help!
Gods, that was close.
Provided you got...
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Could always use a few crowns.
Thing is... here.
Back to the trail?
Like I said...
You seek...
Yes.
No. There's...
You lost a marble.
Me gran told me about a Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting them.
Beg your pardon.
No need.
Folk.
One.
Me?
Well...
And you?
They're a
Nah, you now.
Shay?
pretty bit.
Nation.
So,
Aye.
looking for... and...
I've not.
Yeah.
Plenty of trouble.
Show me what you got. Thanks. For everything. Help you, Ben?
Please.
Then I'll ask.
Here, Black One's been out measuring the fields.
I'm looking for someone.
And we out my...
Just wanted to...
You if he's...
Raven-haired woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Fuck.
Which way?
Dunno. Oi,
Once more, there are 4 factions.
For what?
What a waste of...
Got him in.
Why not?
Geralt, I'm looking...
Of course.
Warwick.
Nope.
Many...
True. There's...
Not a...
Quite...
Tired of...
I see. I wish...
Interesting.
Ah!
Horse...
Folk...
Gotta go.
A moment to it.
No, and I...
But the rules are...
Why not?
Fuck.
Splendid! Here's how it's... If you ever...
I'll remember.
Fuck that cat. Fuck that cat right in the butthole.
Looking for a woman. Not...
Touche!
Fine. Can we cut...
Yennefer.
Never met...
Yeah, you...
What do you do?
I make...
Vague. How do you know...
What?
And run? Recognize...
To your...
You seem... None of your...
Yeah.
What do you...
Before...
Get to the...
And they'll...
Where?
At the cap.
Where to? Thanks.
We men of the...
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off. Don't want your kind here.
Better round up someone else to help. 3 of you don't stand a chance against me.
Well, I could fuck you up by myself.
If I had a bag over my head and my hands tied behind... Actually, no, not even then.
Chet, Lesh, back off. I'll teach this vagrant a lesson.
Your ass is mine. Rip his stones off! You're dead!
Nice meeting you.
Got a lump of bread today.
Me gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day.
We meet again. Take care.
happened to your mug?
Witcher had naught to do with it.
What did the folk do?
Seemed like they could have sewed his head back on.
Word is,
Damn deer, stripped the bark off the trees again.
It's raining, it's pouring,
Little
and
resettlers all south of the
Fernier's
Yoruba.
roaring. He bumped his head when he went to bed
Bring
and
in
whacked
Nilf's
himself
guardians
good
to farm our land.
morning.
You talk bigger bollocks than a noon wraith's unicorn.
What do you say? Who taught you that?
Jetty.
What happened?
Oh, what do you
Easy on the ins. And he's.
Hall, Milf.
I can.
The native.
What do I got to do to get me a sword like that? Making me a slingshot. Gonna hunt bears.
Hey!
Go! Don't you look at me.
Footprints. A man's. Large. Stinks of piss. And vodka.
My gran told me about a Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him, asking. Well, he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape. Lost his boots in the rush.
What happened to your mug?
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Making me a slingshot. Gonna hunt.
Tracks lead back to the village.
Barbarians.
Trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
You keep spitting on me while I steal your shit.
Drowner claw marks. It's gotta be him. Nasty wound.
What the fuck do you...
Whoa.
Listen.
Magpies and...
You know...
Try me, peasant. I could use the practice. Damn it.
Ow! Ow! Ah! Oh.
But not your legs, so let's go see this. Here you go. One village.
Nah. No.
I've
not with
the four.
Harsh is punished.
But, you know, Anne.
eyed Hellraiser. Ah! Don't touch me!
Greeting. 20.
Because, Herbal...
This guy.
Well...
I meant...
It looks...
Some...
If you don't...
I feel...
Something not right with the... That settles it then. In her...
Come on. The infamous well. Strange. No sign of a ghost. Maybe it only shows at a certain time of day. A journal. Might be useful. Grass around the well's scorched. Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. All signs point to a noon wraith. Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. Noon wraith did this. Noon wraith. Wonder what it's doing here. Strange. She's not attacking. Got too close. She fled, but she'll be back tomorrow. Something's keeping her here. Something's tied the Noon Wraith to this place. Noon Wraith won't stray too far from the well. She needs before she'll leave this world. Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right. A corpse. Woman. Why'd need to... Was she... Gotta jump. Look, bracelet. Lovely. Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions. And the bracelet. Igni. good.
Dum, 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 dum.
Take care.
My gran told me about the Smith boy. Dad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hung in the fire, started poking him, asking. When he started twisting...
Voidemar, will you raise a glass with me?
It's Durban now.
It's raining, it's pouring, Emperor Mirror snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and woke himself the morning.
A return custom.
Show me. So long. Job done. The well was haunted by...
I just hope every unburied...
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile...
I don't know him. Though I did your reward.
At this point, doubt I'll ever marry. You keep the coin from Mandy, her wedding. Raise a toast to my health then.
Thank you, Master Witcher. Them's warm words. You've a good heart.
In the old oak tree, brewing cider with devilish glee, drinks it down in greedy slough. Got a lump of bread today.
We'll talk about this later.
Oh, come on!
Damn deer, stripped the bark off the trees again.
Ooh. We have much work to do here. Quite. Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
Hussar. We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
Do that often?
See? I did. Listen. Who would have thought? Meet me on...
So many corpses. And the war's just started.
This guy coming or should I follow him? I have followed him.
You're here, good. You needn't fret. The recruit...
No,
if we...
That him?
No. Neighbour's son. Come on, Hussar! Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
That him?
No. Doesn't look anything like him.
Skin's burned off. Might be hard to tell, I know, but could this be him?
Come on, Hussar! Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing. He found him! Hussar's caught his scent! Come on!
But there is more. My lieutenant demanded we defecate on command. Ballista bolts, landing all around, and all he could say was, "A soldier with a full stomach will not step onto the battlefield." Now shit, that is an order. Can you believe it?
Bastion! Is he... Has this Nilfgaardi...
Nah.
I'm taking...
Bastion.
Well, thank you.
Actually, I'm just gonna end it for right now. I should like actually start a new series, quote unquote series. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it for right now. I won't be back tomorrow night, but I'll be back the night after. And I'm gonna make a new thumbnail for New Game Plus and everything. But yeah, I'll see you guys not tomorrow, but the next day. Love you. Goodbye.